Hello friends, welcome to Aisha's DIY. Today I am making a necklace out of the Sam's Bead box for December 2022, the winter ball. As you guys can see, I started making it. I have these rings in my stash. These are hammered, a little bit wavy rings, as you guys can see here. So I'm using that to create this necklace. So first of all, what I did was I took some head pins, made some simple basic loops, and I added these teardrops to this ring. As you guys can see, this ring is a little bit flattened and hammered and has like a thick wall to it. So what I'm thinking is this is the pattern I'm going to go with. So I added this teardrop into my head pin. Take my pliers. These are my tweezer nose pliers, and just bend it about say 90 degree. Take the wire cutter. We want the loop to be a little bit bigger. We don't want a smaller loop. So I'm just going to cut based on that. I have a small container to hold my scraps here. So now take my round nose pliers, hold it at the edge. You should not feel the wire here, and just twist, twist, twist to make a loop. Okay, once you made the loop, all you need to do is open up that loop and add it to the ring. So I added two dangles to each of the ring. So this ring is going to come here, and the center one we will add probably 3. So we have this many teardrops from the Sam's Bead box. So I'm going to make one more of the white. Again, keep it slightly above the bead so that you have space to bend, and then snip off the excess wire. Take your round nose pliers, keep it right here, and make a loop. Open up the loop and add it to this ring. So I got 2. I made more. So these are here. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is, I still have these leaves also to add. We can do that. And so as these rectangle beads, which I really love. So in the center, I'm gonna make 3 dangles, right? Or I can make 2 dangles and one with this bead. Or make this here. No, I don't know. Okay, let me see. This is what I want. And these will be in here. If I add this here, how will it look? It looks good. So I have to wire wrap this one, but again I will use 2 blues. So I just eyeball it while I'm cutting it. If you're not confident, then you can actually mark your wire and do it, but it will be approximately same. Once you start doing basic loops a lot, then you'll get an idea pretty much. Depending upon the size of the loop, you can also use the looping pliers if you want. Okay, my drops are ready. I need to do this wrap. In between the rings, I'm planning to do this. So I need a connector. Basically, you can use a head pin if you have one. Just add this bead here and make another loop here. That also you can do, or you can take 20 gauge wire or 18 gauge wire and make the links. Whichever is easier for you, or whichever you have access to in your stash will do fine. Let's do that, I guess. And we need some for the earrings, and there is three of these beads, so we can use those for earrings, plus maybe the blue ones. I really like the white and the blue, so I saved these four for the earrings. And so I do have some of these to work with. So maybe we'll do the blue here, right? And the white here, maybe. So that we'll have one more here. And then as an extension of this, you can either do these look pretty. We do have the hex 11 beads, and I have pulled out, I don't know if this was part of the box or not. I think I have it here, so we can use this as a connector as well, because it's going to be in the back. Or we can use even these are the 12mm AB crystal beads. So I will get the wire. I have connected this and this to the center one. We need to still make the focal point, and with this, so I have here, I think this is an 18 gauge. I'm not so sure. Maybe you can use up till 20 gauge. I wouldn't go less than that. For the focal point, I want to use this 22 gauge. This is a rather like it's like a German style wire. It is not artistic wire. And I'm going to approximately take about, say, 6 inches or so. And then I'm going to add this to our bead. It is a top drill, that means side to side. So about, say, 1/3 of the wire is on my right side, and 2/3 is on my right side and 1/3 is on my left side. Just bring everything together here on top of the spear-headed bead. Not spear-headed, I would say. And just make that wrap. So it won't be very smooth like artistic wire. So it's kind of like fringy, I would say. Just bend the other wire on the top, and I got this from clearance, actually. Not even clearance, it was discounted. But at that point of time, I didn't know the temperament of the wire. It is a Beadsmith brand, and not very happy about this. I like the artistic wire the best, and also para wire. So I leave it that point, the short one. And the top one is the one we need to attach it here. So what I'm gonna do here is take my round nose pliers and make a bend, make a loop like that. I want this loop to be bigger and not smaller, because as you guys can see, I needed to add it here. So I just take this and add it like that. I want a free flow here, not stuck anywhere. And the short tail, I can just trim that tail off. There we go. Right, so take this, and then if you have rather a big one, it's easier to wrap. Maybe 4 inches is good enough, but I like to do this wrap nicely. There we go. I'm happy with the wrap that I made. So now I will just snip this off. Make sure I tuck the tail in because these will be sharp. Once I did that, this is what I have here. So about this, so take this 18 gauge or 20 gauge wire, and I will say cut about say 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches. Let me just measure this just in case if you're wondering how long this is. So this is about 1.25 inch, I would say, or 1.5 almost. So take this and take your round nose pliers, bend about say 1 centimeter or so. Take your round nose pliers and make that loop. There we go. Then take the bead and put it inside. So the loop ends on the right side. So what I do is just take this. Okay, don't worry about the bead anymore. And then bend this towards your right. Wherever the loop ends on the other side, I like to start it. Take the pliers and make that loop. Once you made the loop, you should make sure that they are on the same side. See, just like that. This one's a little bit bigger than that, but I don't worry. Can add it here and then close that ring. Open up the loop here on the other side and add it here. This is how I make that connection. Now we are getting somewhere, right? Look at that. I have to add these drops right here to give us that blue also, and I will connect the blue here. One more bead, I'll make a connection here, and so far this is what we have as a center of the necklace, and we need to figure this out. So I'll be back. Hi friends, welcome back. I finished one side of the necklace with this dainty chain in the back, like beaded chain. So I want to show you guys exactly how I did that. First of all, we will do this part. So as you guys can see, I have added one clear section with basic loops on either side, and this one I did a closed loop because whenever I add the beading wire to it, the beading wire is very thin and it will automatically slip off the basic loop. So we needed a stronger much safer loop for that side. So all I would do is take my 20 gauge wire is fine. I don't know if this is 20 or 18, but I'm using it. I use this 10 millimeter or 12 millimeter, I don't know, but this one we received in the box as well. So that one, and then I'm gonna use it with the spool. Bend the wire about say 90 degree, reposition the pliers and make a wrap loop. So here we go, all the way here, and then you can also use your pliers to do the wrap. 2 wraps is all we need, so I can snip off the excess, and then I need to tuck the tail in before I do anything else, because it's potentially hazardous, because it can catch on to your skin, can poke your skin, or spoil your dress, etc. and etc. And the other side I bended it to 90 degrees, and I'm just going to cut it about a centimeter or so. This side I'm going to do just a basic loop. So take my pliers and then go ahead and do a basic loop, just like so. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up this loop and add it to the other loop with our rectangle bead. Okay, so now this is it. So this is how it's going to be, the necklace. I really like the way it turned out to be. So this side we need to add the beaded section, right? Okay, so I have here 2 crimp tubes. You can use bead-on crimps or any crimps you have available. These are size 1 crimps, I believe, and a soldered, hopefully I'm pronouncing that properly. This is a closed jump ring, soldered. That means it's closed, it's fused together, as you guys can see that. I wanted a safer connection for my lobster claw. At this end I have added a lobster claw clasp. So for some reason I'm very skeptical for using the magnetic clasp, even though I really like it so much. I really like it, and it's very easy to use, very very effective. But the only problem with that is I find it extremely unsafe, and whenever I make a bracelet out of it with magnetic clasp and it touches something iron or so, it just comes off very easily. And even if it touches like something like that, if it goes something, it just pops off and then it falls to the ground, and there is a risk for losing our precious bracelet. So I am not a fan of using it, especially with a nice set like this. So I just stick with lobster claw. Even the toggle clasp, I would like to use toggle clasp for heavier necklaces, wherein the beads we are using are gemstones or ceramic beads, which is heavy. That kind of puts pressure on the toggle clasp and makes it sit right. With the loose ones, I'm always a bit, worried that it might come off. So here is my crimp tube. I add it to the closed loop or the wrapped loop that we created, and then come back, right, and pull this off. See, it automatically has a tendency to crisscross inside the crimp tube, which we don't want it. So it's better you hold it the right way and then pull the crimp tube towards the loop. Once you are satisfied with where the loop is, all you need to go ahead and do is take your pliers and crimp that shut. Okay, it's a small tail which I'm gonna snip it off, not very closely, because I know for sure the check glass bead that follows will accommodate 2 strands and not the seed beads. See, it covers it. So I have here a pattern of seed beads and check glass beads, the truck beads, and the hexagonal hex 11 beads that we received from the box. This blue color check glass beads is also from the box, but not the white one. I think the clear ones are from my stash, but it is also from Sam's bead box. So I added some 11 seed beads in this antique gold color. I don't want to use a gold color which will take the focus off from the front part. So I followed a pattern of the truck beads, the seed beads 2 hex 2, and then a seed bead 2 hex and seed bead, and then a 4mm faceted check glass beads. And I followed this pattern alternatively between the blue and the white. Of course we are doing that, right? So I just did 1 2 3 4 sections. So we don't want to end. I am not ending with the check glass, I'm just ending with this. So I'm just going to cut about, say, here. I like to always work with the spool. I don't like to cut it beforehand. Now check. That was a mistake. Let's see if I can make it. I thought I ended with the tube, but unfortunately not. If only I would have cut it a little bit more, that would be nice. But no way in heaven I would be able to do a loop back here, I guess. So I'll take these off, and then so here we go. I crimped it, so that was a close call. I'm short of a seed bead and 2 of these things, but I'm okay with it, making this necklace for myself, so that should not be a problem. And it's in the back of the neck. Our necklace is done. Oops. Should always check before you use the lobster claw clasp. Some might not be very, very user friendly. So here we go. I really like the way this turned out to be. Exactly when you wear it around your neck, it's gonna be very, very pretty. I really like this winter ball necklace, and I believe you guys like it too. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like it because it really helps. If you are watching my video and it helps you with anything, or it gives you a perception or an idea, I am so happy and I'm so blessed for that. Just hit the bell icon and hit that like button. That really helps my channel to grow. If you do like my video will come up and then more people can watch it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.